Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Walking with John. I'm out here for part 2 of the little Croom trail hike I did. I came out of that area, that spot right over there, crossed 480, County Road 480, and I'm coming up here across the road. I'm going to try to explore and see where this goes. Now, I got delayed a little bit in restarting because just as I was coming out across 480, I looked behind me and there were a couple of runners coming along. So I stopped and talked to them for a while. We talked about the old days. They remembered the Croom Trail 50K and they're training for an ultra somewhere out west. So it was nice just to catch up with a couple of the old guys and hear from them. So they're out enjoying the day just like I am. They said there's actually an event going out here today at Tucker Hill. I hadn't been up that far, so I'm not sure exactly where they are, but I haven't seen any groups of people out exercising or out jogging, running, whatever you call it here. But I'm going to stick with the Florida Trail and just check out this side. Now this is the south side of 480, and I'm going to try to see if I can walk through and see where it goes out here a little ways, see if it heads back down to where I was parked out on the rail trail there. So you can see this side, same as the other side, clear, easily passable, well traveled. There are some leaves and stuff scattered on the ground, but everything that would have came down in the storm, it looks like there's been so much traffic they've just gradually been able to get it out of the way. And I haven't seen a big tree down across the trail at all, so it's just about a perfect spot out here to come enjoy. They told me they were out for a 5-hour run, so they had like a 14-mile loop. I think they were going to do it twice, something like that. But just out getting a little bit of training done for their 50K coming up. So anyway, we'll make our way back here through the woods, see where this goes to, see if I can get myself oriented. Again, if you're just joining me, the video right before this, I posted with this one was the other side of 480, the north side, or I guess you would say the west side. And now I'm back on the east side, or the south side, and heading that way, heading south or heading east, whichever you would consider it. And I'm on the Florida Trail and just trying to show you bits and pieces of it where I'm able to explore a little bit. And I want to get myself oriented as I continue to prepare for my thru-hike attempt of the Florida Trail. And I'm just very excited. I think I've been watching a lot of video because the folks that are doing it this year, many of them have kicked off, and there are a few of them that have their own YouTube channels and they're sharing videos, and I'm just really enjoying it so much, especially seeing them come through the swamps down there. I think it's just incredible what they're doing. So it looks like many of them are taking it over like 3 days, which I think that's probably what my plan would be. I saw some people move a little bit quicker, some people move a little bit slower, but it seems like average is just about 3 days. I think that's a really good plan, so that's probably what my initial plan will be. And as far as the planning goes, I know you have to be adaptable. I know things aren't always going to go exactly the way I want them to, but I still want to have just a general plan. One thing, the advantage I'm going to have is I'm not going to be on a time constraint. I'm going to be able to use all the time I need to get through the sections that I need. And I'm kind of old enough, and I've been in the woods and I've been out on these trails and running enough that I really appreciate what this is. I appreciate being out here in the woods, and I love seeing these runners coming by. She's making very good time, going just a little bit faster than I am. So just a little bit faster, right? She's actually carrying a pretty good pace there. I would say probably 8 minutes a mile or so. So now we're going to come out to a clearing. Wow, look at this. Wow, look at this. Okay, let's see. Let's scoot it over this way. You can see construction down there. all the way up here, these power lines. They've been working on them. Now I'm going to come back in. Wow, here's a nice Florida Trail sign. They've got it posted out here. It's pretty nice. So I'm gonna just continue on, see if I can make my way through, see where this comes out at. It looks like gonna go right back into the woods here, but just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. It's just crossing the power line area there that they a swath that they cut out for the power lines. So now we're back into the normal north central Florida type fauna out here, how it normally looks. It's a little bit tighter in here, a little bit closed up, and I'm gonna go ahead and just make my way out here. I see a green, there's the orange mark. Here's a green mark that's a trail leading off to the side. I believe that green mark is for, I think that's actually a bicycle trail, maybe a horse trail. No, I don't know. That's pretty rugged looking out through there. No, it's marked up. I don't know if those are pigs or if they were horses that came through there. We're gonna stick with the orange marks, the Florida Trail, and come right through. You can see how this closes up, and it's just gorgeous out here. Now here we have another turn. This place is just so. Yeah, I remember when I made the first video of Kissimmee lakefront. Back, I don't know how long ago it's been now, but when I first started, I complained like, oh, there's no orange markers out here. Why wouldn't they have orange markers? And just about every place I've been since is very, very well marked. And then I was reading in my book here, the Florida Trail Guide, that Kissimmee Lakefront Park is one of those spots where there's a county, or there's an ordinance, a city ordinance about putting up the orange marks. So that's why they're not marked. But that's okay. I've even seen like road sections that are orange marked. I've seen telephone poles that are orange marked. So I haven't videoed them all, but I've seen them. So I'm feeling better and better about. I'm not really worried about getting lost out here anyway, because you can't really get very lost. We're not talking about Barkley or something up in East Tennessee with Gary Cantrell. We're talking about down here in Florida, where it's a lot less rugged. There are a little bit some ups and downs up here. I really like this, and that's what one of the runners mentioned to me. Wow, there's a good sized tree that came down, and it came down pretty recently, like during one of the hurricanes. But it's off the trail. We're gonna keep making our way up here. I'm gonna be very careful with my footing. I'm still kind of working through the whole hernia recovery. I'm over 5 weeks, which is a fantastic sign. And I definitely have my belly button back, which it's the small things in life we got to stay grateful for. Keeping our belly buttons intact and clean, it's a good thing. So anyway, back to the trail, and working my way through here. I can't really tell which way we're moving, if we're moving. So if I get out here too far and I can't come to an intersection, I might make my way back, but can't be too far out of the way. And I'm just glad to get miles in. I'm just glad to be out here walking. Like, I don't really care if I am a little bit off course, as long as I'm physically on the trail. And this is going to help me big picture wise, because now when I look at the maps, or even once I get the Far Out app, I'm sure it's going to be like, oh yeah, that's exactly where I was, and kind of know what I'm looking for. And a couple of things, I would say is, a big old tree leaned over. A couple of things I would say is, there's definitely, you like, I haven't been on any trail out in this Withlacoochee area, the Croom tract, that I wouldn't be able to hike at night. Like, if you had a good headlamp out here, it's so clean and open and well traveled that you definitely could hike at night if you wanted to, because in the wintertime, in January in Florida, like right now, it's getting dark at like 5:30. Like it's dark, and that's taking a little bit of time out of your effort. Wow. Okay, over here we have kind of a swampy little area. It's kind of pretty. Hopefully I get a shot of it here for you in just a minute, but a little bit of murky green water, swamp water, and I'm climbing back up the hill, so I'm not too worried about it. But you can see out here, it's really very beautiful in its own way over there. Green, swampy, murky out through there, a little creek or a little area. Probably there was so much water in that flood that there's a lot of water laying around in areas. Now up here I can see where they've had to clear out a little bit, like trees came across the trail. But again, somebody's been out here doing it. Somebody's been out here working. God bless them. We appreciate you guys, whoever it is out here working, cleaning up these trails, because they're very, very passable. There's an orange marker that went down with that one in the hurricane, but we're still out here making my way. Not sure exactly. I might cut this off and restart it here, because I am really enjoying being out here and showing you guys this section. So let me get up through here and look around, and once I get back to my computer, I'll be able to give you approximate distance, mile marker, wherever I'm at here. Like I said, I know it's between Ridge Manor and up at the spot I was last week. So I know it's right in there somewhere, so I can find like the exact mileage. Again, another giant tree went down, but it's up off the trail. You can easily get under it, no big deal. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop it right here, and then I'm gonna continue along this trail. I'm gonna continue along and make you one more video out here this morning, just because it's so beautiful. So this is part 2. I'm gonna be going into part 3. Thank you so much for following along with John Went Walking. I appreciate, I know we're few and far between, we're sparse on the channel, but I appreciate each of you. Talk to you soon.